What's up, everyone? Stoner here from AudioEcstasyProductions.com. Today I want to talk about a couple quick tips that you can use to get the most out of your recorded guitar tracks. Now, these are pretty easy tips. You don't really have to buy anything. Some of them are just concepts, but I guarantee that if you apply these to your recorded guitar tracks, you're going to love the results. They're going to sit better in the mix, and you're going to find that you have to do less to them in the mixing process to get the final result that you're looking for. Let's check them out. Okay, tip number one is put on fresh strings. I know a lot of guitar players seem to like older strings for whatever reason, but that just does not work for recording guitars. You need the clarity and response and attack of fresh strings to really get that professional guitar sound that you're looking for. Okay, so tip number two kind of goes back to tip number one, and that is tuning and intonation. Tuning is absolutely critical in the studio, and so is intonation, which is, of course, having your guitar play in tune wherever you're playing on the neck. So I would make sure that your guitar is set up, intonated, and that you tune after every take. With modern technology, there's no reason why you shouldn't be in tune perfectly all the time. All right, the next tip is if you're using multiple mics, which is a technique that I love on guitars, you want to make sure that they're in phase. Now, I'm not referring to using room mics. I'm only referring to using multiple mics, close mic'd on the guitar amp. Also, one thing to look out for here is that the diaphragms of microphones are not always in the same place. So merely lining up the grills of the microphones is not enough. You need to make sure that the diaphragms of the microphones are lined up so that you can always be in phase. All right, tip number four is think out of the box with your amplifier EQ. And what I mean by that is what works live does not always work in the studio. For example, my band Thieves and Lovers has been recording a new song, and the verse part is a really low, like a low E chord, and playing it sounded best on the neck pickup. So I found that I had to really max out the treble on the amp and dial back the bass to sort of balance that out and get the tone that I was looking for. Another suggestion I have is that if you have different parts of songs that are very different from one another, for example, a clean verse and a dirty chorus, that you dial in EQ settings specifically for those parts. So don't try and take it all in one pass. Do the verses and then the choruses with specific EQ and amp tones that you've dialed in for those parts. Okay, so the last tip, something that I want you guys to keep in mind, is that sounds that work for recording can sometimes sound really bad in solo. For example, you might have a bass guitar track that sounds really fat and punchy in the mix, and then you solo it and it sounds anemic and thin, and that's because it's dialed in to work with the entire mix and not by itself. And this is always something that you need to keep in mind. In mixing, the whole is much more than the sum of the parts. Okay, so I know these are really simple tips, and I'm going to be coming out with a lot more of these for you guys in the future. These are just some things that came to my mind as I was recently recording guitars with my band Thieves and Lovers. I know that if you guys apply these, you're going to see noticeable results pretty much immediately. I'm Stoner with Thieves and Lovers. Thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe to the channel. Leave us your comments, your criticisms. We love to hear from you. Peace, guys.